You are tired, traveler. I can see it in your posture. You carry a heavy burden, the burden of impatience. You look at where you are, and then you look at where you want to be, and the distance between them feels like an ocean you cannot swim. You are waiting for a miracle. You want to wake up tomorrow as a different person, stronger, faster, wiser. You are looking for the lightning strike that changes everything. But let me tell you a secret the masters often keep to themselves. The lightning strike is a lie. If you wait for a burst of motivation to save you, you will die waiting. True power is not fire. It is water. It is the single drop that drips day after day until it pierces the stone. Today, I offer you the only technique that has ever worked for me, the 1% mindset. Let me tell you a story from my youth in the Iron Temple. There was a student named Toru. He was a prodigy, born with the strength of a bear and the speed of a viper. He could master in a day what took me a month. He was arrogant and he relied on his talent. He would train for 20 hours until he collapsed, seeking a 100% improvement, and then he would rest for a week. I was average. I had no special gift. My master told me, Kai, ignore Toru. Just be better than you were yesterday, only by a fraction. So, I stopped trying to be a god. I just tried to be 1% better. If I did 10 push-ups yesterday, today I did 11. If I read 1 page of the scrolls, today I read 2. Years passed. We met again in the arena. Toru had plateaued. He was still waiting for his next burst of energy, frustrated that his talent had limits. But I had been compounding. Think about the math of the universe. If you improve by just 1% every single day for a year, you do not end up 2 times better. Mathematically, you end up 37 times better. When we fought, it was over quickly. He struck with fury. I moved with the weight of 1,000 days of discipline. I defeated him not because I was special, but because I never stopped. So, how do you use this? You must stop looking at the mountain and look at your feet. The 1% mindset means you win the battle of right now. When you wake up and you feel heavy, do not worry about the whole day. Can you make your bed with 1% more care? Can you drink your tea with 1% more gratitude? On the days you cannot run, walk. On the days you cannot walk, crawl. And on the days you cannot crawl, simply breathe with intention. That is still progress. That is still the 1%. You must fall in love with the boredom of consistency. The sword becomes sharp, not because it wants to cut, but because the blacksmith refused to stop hammering. You are the blacksmith, and you are the sword. Reflect on this tonight. Stop scolding yourself for not being perfect. Perfection is the enemy of the 1%. Just do one small thing today that your future self will thank you for. That is how you become unstoppable. Not with a roar, but with a whisper. Kai bows his head deeply, hands together. If you are ready to stop rushing and start building, leave your mark in the scrolls below. Write, I am the 1%. Let us see who has the discipline to walk this path. Rest now, traveler. Tomorrow we begin again.